Well, there could be some big changes to the college football playoff seeding system. Our Brandon Marcello reporting that the seeding process giving automatic first-round byes to conference champions could be out potentially. Instead, there is a movement towards a straight seeding system, giving those first-round byes to the top 4 teams in the final committee rankings, whether they win their conference or not. Now, college football playoff administrators, they would have to approve the proposal, and that could happen within the next month. Let's welcome in our Brandon Marcello for more on this. So tell us what this means and how did it come about?
Yeah, as you know, they've been negotiating and talking behind closed doors for months now, not just about what to do for 2025, but also the format for 26 and beyond, which they're talking about expanding the playoff and everything. But as they get to that point, they got to figure out what they're going to do this upcoming season. So they've been discussing changing the seeding process after the first year of the CFP. And the Big Ten and SEC had supported a straight seeding process, which would eliminate first-round byes automatically to the top 4 highest-ranked conference champions. Well, now we're hearing ACC Commissioner Jim Phillips saying that straight seeding now makes sense. And also my sourcing tells me that the Big 12 is on board with this straight seeding idea, which would be they just take the selection committee's top 12, and that's how you would seed them down. That would not give necessarily those power seeding. So something to watch here as they discuss things further over the next month. But more and more conferences are getting on board with this. And the big dominoes that have been falling here in the recent weeks from my sourcing are the ACC and Big 12 warming up to this idea.
So this new proposal is favored by the SEC and the Big Ten, obviously. And you mentioned that the Big 12 is on board. But what do the ACC and the Big 12 have to gain here?
That's a great question. You would look at it and say not much, because straight seeding might actually hurt them in the future going forward. But also keep in mind that all these conferences are still discussing what the format will look like in 26 and beyond, where they're going to expand the playoff potentially to 14 teams or 16 teams. And right now, the Big Ten and SEC want multiple automatic qualifiers, anywhere from 3 to 4 teams, whereas the ACC and Big 12 would only get 2. This could potentially be a bargaining chip when they get back to the table here over the next month, here the next couple of times to discuss, hey, we're willing to do straight seeding if maybe you're more willing to change your thinking on those automatic qualifiers, whether it's taking away one from the Big Ten and SEC or maybe giving an extra one to the Big 12 and ACC. Something to watch here over the next month, because there's been a lot of discussion and also dissension among the conferences about what this format's even going to look like in 26 and beyond.
Brandon Marcello with the latest with this breaking news that the seeding process could be changed when it comes to the college football playoff system. I think we all saw last year that we were happy to see it expand to the 12 teams, but changes did necessarily need to be made, and it's nice that they're actually talking about it now, looking at the odds to win the 2025 college football playoff. Way too early to discuss this, but here we are. Texas, Ohio State, those are the top 2 at the top with the odds to win it all at plus 600.
All right, over in the association, one team has already punched their ticket to a conference final, and we have an NBA playoff breakdown coming your way as we have a pair of Game 5s on deck for tonight. That's coming up ahead on HQ.